Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited to do because I'm going to be sharing with you my January favorites and fails. There have been so many products that launched at the end of December with all the holiday sales going on, which I ended up taking advantage of, and of course I discovered some really cool products in January. But before I share with you my favorites and fails of January, I would like to welcome new visitors and viewers to my channel. Hi, my name is Eve and I love all things beauty. Here on my channel I talk about skincare, makeup, hair care, at times travel and fashion. If that sounds like your thing, give this video a like and I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. And without further ado, let's dive into my January 2023 favorites and fails. All the products that you're going to be seeing today I've already featured on my channel, either in dedicated video or in some type of get ready with me, trying new makeup kind of stuff. So if you wanted to see them in action, I will have all the videos linked in the description box. All the products that I'm going to be talking about today and also everything that I'm wearing will be listed for you in the description box as always. And I wanted to highlight a palette that I used today for this eye makeup look. I've started a new Shop My Stash series to my channel we will be seeing throughout the year of 2023. So far it's been going very well and I've been really enjoying digging into my stash of selected products. For today's makeup look I used the Secret palette from Nabla and it was super easy to create, even though it might look a little bit more complicated than it was. I used this shade in the crease, dipping up the outer corner with this brown matte shade, added this black matte shade as a wing, put this gold shimmer shade all over my lid, and then this shade in the inner corner. It was that easy. I also added liquid liner and lashes and it literally took me 10 minutes to do everything. I also featured this palette in one of my get ready with me videos that is already live on my channel. I have so many good products in front of me. However, I do have a good bunch of products that did not work out for me. I want to start from the complexion product because I have a bunch of them here in front of me, and also this is one of my favorite categories here. I want to first talk about this Juvia's I Magic Natural Radiance Foundation and also the I Magic Powder Foundation. I'm kind of going to talk about these products together. I'm also wearing both of them on my face today. I was pretty excited seeing this launch from Juvia's Place because I decluttered my previous foundations from them. One of the things that Juvia's Place know how to do well is giving you a high coverage complexion product. And this foundation was not an exception. This has to be like medium to full coverage foundation. This is definitely a true statement. However, I do have a preference to go with a lighter layer, which gives me like a high medium coverage, and that is enough for me. However, if you build up to a high coverage, it does not look cakey on skin. Love the coverage. I also really love how fast this foundation applies with a brush, and this is how I've been applying it. Just a flat top brush, go, 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 3 seconds, you're done. Also notice that this shade, I don't want to say oxidized, but it definitely settles into your skin and becomes a little bit darker. Like if I put it right next to my face, you would definitely see that this shade and this shade is different. I've tried foundation formulas from Juvia's Place in the past. I ended up decluttering them because they definitely look better on photos and they photographed really well because they would give you this like really beautiful, flawless coverage. In person, they would definitely look much heavier and in a way cakey. This formula is just such an improvement for them. I definitely think that they put in quite good amount of work creating this formula. And as far as the powder foundation, I am loving this. I cannot necessarily agree with the fact that it's a powder foundation because it really gives you very sheer coverage. I'm a combination oily skin. I have, I don't know, maybe like 25 powder foundations currently in my collection, and I have a lot to compare to. So this is not common to see from a powder foundation product. However, this formula is really nice. It is smoothing, it is very light, it looks very natural on skin, and this shade also gives me like a little bit of definition. It's a little bit darker than my palest self, so I think like these two products work well together. Shade and undertone wise, I think I got the shades right by ordering online. Also, when I purchased these items together online, there were no shade descriptions, so I just practically guessed it by swatches. Again, I do not use it in the center of my face because of the shade of this product. However, I set the perimeter of my face and it just looks very nice, natural, smooth, and lasts pretty well throughout the day. It sets my complexion, my liquid foundation pretty well without looking powdery. The compact is really nice, has a really beautiful mirror, and I've been really loving this. I also have been loving this product. This is a blurring foundation from NYX that was just launched last month. I just have to say that when I saw this product being announced, I was really excited because this was the first product in a very long time that had like a soft matte finish. In the last about 2 years, the beauty trends have been going more towards like glowy, dewy type of complexion products. Those are not necessarily ideal formulations for combination oily skin type people. This was a no-brainer if I wanted to try this or not. This is a soft matte finish, and I do find this product being smoothing on skin, and I also love that I do not need to prime my face. I can just go directly on my skin and it works and wears very beautifully. I absolutely have to do an honorable mention. This is such a fantastic luminous formula that works for my combination oily skin. It wears beautifully throughout the day, does not make me extra greasy. Of course, I need to set it and retouch it halfway through the day. It doesn't settle into my lines. It also doesn't slip and slide everywhere. Such a gorgeous formula. I haven't purchased anything from Revlon in such a long time, and they definitely came through with this formulation. It's amazing. It performs like a high-end product. I also have been loving this IRL soft matte concealer from Makeup Revolution. I didn't have a lot of expectation from this product because a lot of products are from Makeup Revolution, either like a hit or a miss. This has a very interesting doe foot applicator. It literally looks like a foot. Formula feels really nice and hydrating. It gives you that beautiful medium coverage, a little bit buildable, blends into skin really easily, melts into skin very easily, doesn't look makeup-y on skin. I usually set it with a powder. It does look beautiful on skin and it wears really well throughout the day without fading. It does claim to be a full coverage concealer, which I actually find it to be more of a medium, slightly buildable formula. But other than that, I think this is a pretty successful launch from Makeup Revolution. This next complexion product I want to chat about is a Conceal Plus Perfect Blur Out powder from Milani. This powder is very, very thin. It's almost like air thin. It's just so light and finely milled. I actually used it today for my under eyes and like freshen up my T-zone and here on my forehead. And it's very nicely blurring, yet being super light. I think it retouches my T-zone really well, even when my oils come through, so it doesn't make my makeup look more makeup-y or cakey. I'm not sure if it is gonna be a best powder for fixing your makeup, for like initially setting your makeup. For eye area, it will work because the skin around our eyes is a little bit thinner. I don't use this powder for setting my T-zone because I definitely need something that's a little bit heavier in a way, like in the best sense of it, but something that has a little bit more of a texture to it just to really give me that smoothing effect. However, for the retouching purposes and setting around my eyes, it's a really good formula. I also have a few blushes to share with you today, and one of them I'm actually wearing on my face. I'm having trouble pronouncing this because it's a tongue twister. It's a blushed blush from Juvia's Place. I have mine in the shade Volume 6. This is an orange duo. I am wearing this coral orangey shade, the lighter one, on my cheeks today. Guys, I'm obsessed. Now I really just want to wear this blush all the time, and I do not want to wait till summer. I definitely will need to wait for a little bit warmer weather once I start tanning for using this shade, but this shade I am not waiting. I am just using it left and right because it is absolutely gorgeous. The formula is definitely pigmented. It does build up. I use this brush today from Real Techniques. It's really nice and fluffy. I love this so much. And the other blush that I really have been loving and reaching for is this blush from ColourPop. This is from their collection. It's a Small World. This is in the shade Around the World. And this is that baby pink, almost like a bubblegum cool tone blush, which I didn't have anything like this in my blush collection. I enjoyed this blush very much. The color can look intimidating a little bit. It's pretty true to color when you apply it on your face. However, it's not too pigmented and it's not that scary as it may seem. Like, and it wears really well. It doesn't fade throughout the day. So I really have been loving this. I cannot wait to share my lip duo with you because this is my favorite now go-to, or one of them. You know, I have a few go-to lip duos, but this is like my new one that I have been really loving. So I have these two products on my lips. This is a newly launched cream lipstick from e.l.f. and this is in the shade Hustle. And then I use this new gloss from Juvia's Place in the shade Pineapple Pearl. It smells really lovely. It's not an overpowering or unpleasant scent. It smells like something like sweet, fruity. It's definitely more sheer than I thought it would be. However, it is so nice and glossy, and it is not glittery. At first, when you look at the tube, you definitely see those glittery speckles, but they're more of your shimmer particles, like a fine shimmer particles versus glitter. Such a beautiful formula, non-sticky. The color does not, unfortunately, build up to this orange color, so it's pretty sheer formula if that's what you were looking for. But the formula itself is very comfortable. It's kind of hydrating and very high shine, what I love. I did pick up 3 of the e.l.f. lipsticks, and they're all neutral shades. These are so good. They're pigmented, they're easy to apply, they do not smell weird, and I really love this matte packaging with magnetic cap. I will briefly mention this glow and lip product from ColourPop. This was in the shade Indulge Me. This is the formula that I already tried in 2022 with a different collection. I love the formula. It's very glossy, it's hydrated, it's pigmented, and I really love this shade. I think I maybe happened to be in the right time and the right place when I got this. I purchased it from Ulta app, and I think maybe they were trying to eliminate the collection from their inventory. Maybe you can still find them in the stores. And it was on a huge sale. I bought this lipstick for $2 literally when it retails for $8. It is a current collection and it is available on ColourPop website. I also have been loving this eyeliner from Fenty Beauty, and I got this in a brown shade, and I wanted to show you the color. It's actually a very pretty brown shade. It's very nice and light brown, and I think that it is kind of hard to find. So I've been really on a hunt for a good brown liquid liner. So if you know a more affordable version that's really good, please let me know in the comments below. But this is the one that I purchased, and I really wasn't disappointed. It's a really nice formula. It is very pigmented. It does not run. It doesn't do weird things throughout the day. Wears really well. Does not fade, does not smudge, doesn't crackle. It does have a felt tip applicator, but it's really, really precise and pointed. So it makes it really easy to draw a thin line if you need to get super close into your inner corner or super close to your lash line. Before we get into products that unfortunately didn't work out for me, I do have one skincare item that I wanted to briefly mention that I picked it up on the whim. This is a Hydra Boost Hydrating Cleansing Gel from Neutrogena. This is their Hydra Boost line that has hyaluronic acid added in it. What I loved about this specific one, because I think they have a different version of this is a fragrance-free version, and you already know how I feel about fragrance cosmetic products. I'm not a fan. At any given time, I usually use up to like 5 cleansers, because I would keep like 2-3 of them in my shower, and then I will keep like few of them by my sink. I'm always keeping my eyes open for more affordable products that perform really well, especially when it comes to a face wash. You want it to be effective but yet gentle on your skin, and I think this was a successful find last month. As much as I don't feel like talking bad about any makeup products, I kind of encountered products that I did not like so much. So I want to start from this eyeshadow palette. This is a 6-pen palette from Milani. It's called Gilded Mini, and I got mine in the shade 140, the Wind Down. Milani launched a good bunch of them with different color combinations. This was a story that appealed the most to me. I do love my mini eyeshadow palettes that I like to travel with or be on the go with, take it to my work bag and such. Thought that this color story was a slightly bit different to what I already have, and I wanted to try the new formula because it's said to be an improved formulation. I don't think it was improved that much from the previous formula that they had that I absolutely did not like. I think I managed to create a somewhat decent look out of this palette. It took me a while to build up the mattes, and also this shade wasn't deep enough. It wouldn't really give me the depth that I thought it would by looking at it at the pan. And these shimmers would not adhere to my lid with a flat brush unless I would spray them or apply them with my finger. I mean, it is a $10 palette. It is pretty affordable. So I went through my palette and I put these two together. And I really think that they are somewhat similar in their color stories, especially when it comes to the matte shades right here. The shimmers are definitely slightly bit different, but the matte formulas, like something that you would use to build a base for your look, is very, very similar. All I want to say, this one is $10 and this one is $27. If you ask me, this formula from Natasha Denona is impeccable. I would probably save few more dollars and just go with Natasha Denona option than struggle with this one. So a few words about this highlighter from JCat. I got mine in the shade Crimson Gleam, and it's called You Glow Girl Bait Highlighter. It is definitely bright, so if you love a bright highlighter, you might like this, but if you more into like the subtle game, then this is not for you. As much as I like my bright highlighters, this product unfortunately wasn't for me. This does have glitter particles, and when you apply it on the skin, even though it looks beautiful and reflective, I noticed that it really accentuated my texture here. I don't necessarily have a lot of texture like breakouts or anything like that. Even just my pores were so accentuated, it wasn't really flattering, even though it is kind of pretty, but I just didn't find it flattering that much. So this next product that I want to talk about, and I want to hear your opinion, because I think this product became a little bit popular. I may be even like late to the game with this, but I try a lot from this brand, so I wanted to try this as well. This is Weightless Water Lip Stain by Ulta Beauty. I usually love tinted lip products, and I do have a purpose for them in my lifestyle, in my makeup collection. I do like to be maybe around the house and not wear makeup at all, or just wear a little bit, maybe like powder foundation, and just have a little bit of color on my lips. More of like a tinted balm or like a stained formula that I find useful. Maybe you go to the gym and you'd like to have a little bit of color to your lips. This formula confuses me in a way. It's not necessarily that it's bad, I just can't see myself reaching for it. I'm having difficulty picturing a situation that I would be like, oh yes, I need to reach for this product, because in a way I find it to be a lacking benefit for me. But again, it could be just my personal preference. It is what it says it is. It is a weightless water lip stain. It literally does have a water consistency. It's super liquid. It's not sticky. It's not oily. It literally feels like stained water. When you apply it on your lips, it is definitely tinted. However, you do not get a lot of tint. I will do a swatch for you here. So you get this much pigment. It dries out really fast. It absorbs into your lips really fast because it is water-based. However, once it's absorbed, your lips still feel like normal, kind of dry, right? Technically, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It feels okay. It just feels like you didn't do anything to your lips. You just put a little bit of color. As you see here, it's completely dry and it's not smudging. The color doesn't go anywhere. For my personal preference, I feel like if I would use a stained product like that, something that has a light formula, I would want to go with something balmy on top. Maybe like a very light lip gloss or a balm. So I kind of like that it is a very light formula and it is a stain. It leaves a stain behind on your lips, gives you like a little bit of color. But yet I feel like I would need to use additional product with it. So I'm kind of struggling in that department, that I would not be reaching for it, because if I reach for this, I will need another product to go with it. Let me know if you tried this lip stain and what are your thoughts, where you stand with it. Last but not least, I do want to talk about these two, this duo from Makeup Revolution. When I saw the range of shades, I really was attracted to like a lighter pink, because I was also testing the ColourPop pink blush, so I thought I could probably wear them together. When I put these colors all over my lips, especially the lip cream, it really gives me a throwback to like early 2000s when that pale pink cool tone lips were super trendy. But let me tell you, me and my sister, we were rocking that lipstick in 2000s, okay? Here's one thing that turns me majorly off from both of these products. They have a scent of this mint, in a way smells like something chemical. Something smells very off about it. The same goes for the lip pencil. I'm not a stranger to the lip cream formulas. I have a wonderful lip cream formula from NARS that I absolutely adore. This one feels like a melted Play-Doh. Another thing is, whenever this product touches something wet, for example, like a rim of your lip, right? Like where it touches your saliva. If you try to put a gloss over it, it starts clumping up so badly. Like your rim looks like that, you know the rim. So for me, it's a no for both of these. This sums up my video. These were all the products that I've been loving or not so much in the month of January. What do you think of all these products? Did you pick up any of these and did you like them? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give this a big thumb up. It does help my channel out. If you're not yet a subscriber, I invite you to do so, and make sure to click the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future uploads. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye.